Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Drum and Drummer podcast, where we all here like to hang out and drink a little bit of whiskey and talk about our family issues, because we got lots of them apparently. And we were traumatized as kids, thinking about the future now, kind of figuring out life as it comes along. What do you say about that, Matt?
You gotta properly introduce your big daddy, your partner, Big Daddy Dalton.
My partner here, we got Sir Matthew Drumm. He's English. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great, man.
That was the most subtle English accent.
If I add mate to random things.
Matt, we have something we need to address on the podcast.
Yes, we do.
Accent.
I can't do an English accent.
We'll do it.
Do it extra.
Do Valley Girl.
Cheerio.
That's not.
That's all I got.
Do London, bro.
So we got some what do we call it?
Constructive criticism,
and we love that. We always need more. So thank you to the two lovely people that told David and Matthew their constructive criticisms. Criticize. And basically, we apologize to our listeners. We want to make sure that you guys are as involved on the podcast as people who are actually watching our YouTube videos as well. We're going to try our best to kind of explain things more. But overall, we're going to do our best this episode. And please feel free to let us know, send us emails on how we can make the podcast better, because we try to do that every week.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So David, roll that bitch. By bitch, guys, I actually meant roll the intro. If you guys weren't watching me, I actually looked at David and I physically
he pointed his right index finger towards
index.
David's mustache.
Is that good, Ernesto?
When he said that statement.
Fucking good, Ernesto. Roll it.
I'm Drumm.
I'm Drummer.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 74.
I think it's week 75. No? Week 74, guys. That's 4 times 4, which is 16. Plus 2, which is 18. Plus 4, which is 22. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wow. 22. Plus 5, which is 27. 27. I'm doing some crazy... Oh!
What is it? Podcast.
A mosquito just flew right past me. It's flying so fast. And now it's coming towards Matthew. Now it's going down under our camera shot. And now I have no idea where it is. But I'm not scared of mosquitoes. It came out of nowhere.
27.
27, guys. 27 plus 6. That is 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Plus 6, 39. Plus 5, 44. 44 plus 8. 48. Guys, this number is getting too big. Where am I at? 48?
You're at 52.
52 plus 7. Fuck, this is a hard one. 59 plus 10. 61. 60.
You did 59, and then you added 10.
It's your favorite number.
That's 69. 69 plus 170 plus 4, 74.
And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
And this is a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's: storytelling,
self-improvement,
and the supernatural. Dalton, dude, what is up?
Dude, everything, man.
Yeah, fill me in, bro.
I'll fill you in, brother. Let me tell you.
Oh, first of all,
Tuesday again.
No. So we're recording this on Tuesday, but when they listen and watch this, for all our listeners out there, we are wearing floral shirts. So happy Floral Friday.
Happy Floral. Is that why?
Sure.
Happy Floral Friday, everybody.
But it's only Floral Fridays when we feel like it should be Floral
for our
Fridays.
listeners, we're actually wearing these shirts, but mine is blue and Matthew's is red. So,
all right, we have 2 people that have this problem, and we have like at least 250 more who don't have that problem. Well, they were fine just listening.
So, Dalton, dude, fill me in on your week. What is going on?
So some exciting news. I got a promotion at work.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
I should probably put that in because there's a lot of people that have never heard that sound
That's
effect.
true.
That's the best sound effect.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, that really is. So I got a promotion at work. Been figuring all that stuff out, all the little things. It's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I for a second I was like, did I bite off more than I could chew? But I think I realized it was beef jerky. You just got to keep eating it.
Amen.
You know?
Amen.
I felt like that was a good.
That was great.
I felt like that made sense in my head.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been really cool. It's been a blessing to work with more people and kind of see what new challenges await. And yeah, man, it's been busy. And then last week of school this week, I have my last test on Saturday.
It's your last week of school already?
Yeah. Right? You remember that?
Next week doesn't count.
That.
Next week's a bunch of different like I meet with a career counselor, and then I meet with this whole thing called game theory, which I have no idea what it is, but there's no test. So
we used to get out in the middle of June.
Well, no, but his situation is different. It's not school. Like he didn't start. He started with a cohort. He didn't start on like traditional school.
I didn't do 4 years of college.
You have a gang?
Yeah, my cohort. Dog.
Oh, you're talking about your class.
Yes, his class.
I'm thinking his school that he works at.
Yeah, no, not the school. But my classes end this week, so next month, dude. I'm kind of getting a little nervous. I don't know. I've just kept myself busy for so long that to not have much of stuff to do, I feel like I'm gonna go through a loop where I'm gonna be not trying to figure out what I can try or what to figure out. I know I want to keep working on my Python and programming stuff, so I'm gonna make that a big basis of anything I do for a certain period of time every day to get at least 2 to 3 hours of that in. Other than that, I'm not really sure. I know working out's gonna take a big part of it too, like it always does.
What about your art?
I think I'll be getting back into that more and more. I just watched Battle of the Five Armies this weekend with my dad. Great fucking movie. Honestly, if you don't like The Hobbit, I understand. It's so bad. It's not a bad movie, but it just doesn't correlate with the book at all very well. They just add a lot more things that weren't really there. But either way, I love the movie. I love the artwork. I love the designs of the characters and creatures and how big the battles are. The Battle of Five Armies is literally a 2-3 hour movie of just people killing each other, and it's beautiful. So that always inspires me to kind of get back into my fantasy thing. And so I got back into it, and I've been kind of just looking at different designs and stuff, getting inspired. So it'll be coming up pretty soon.
What do you mean by your fantasy thing? Because I feel like we have so many listeners that started with us when we started this, and you were very open about what you were doing. And then we have so many new listeners that only know you as Dalton, the cybersecurity guy.
So
Dalton, the Psy guy.
So here's what I've learned in a ball. I was going to art school when I first started the podcast. I was going to art school for maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years. I loved it, but I kind of realized, I'll have a passion, but I got to find a way to support the passion.
You need to get that bag.
Yeah. I need the money. And, I also, going to cybersecurity wasn't my fallback by any means. It's something I was always interested in. I was always into computers and how they work and stuff. So this was just a plus, and going into this was just a plus for me. But I do have to find a way to support my passion and my dreams and stuff. So that goes into, being able to support, my CrossFit addiction, or being able to support my protein addiction, and then anything else I want. But I love art to an extreme.
Now, do you think that's something that is okay? I think there's a lot of focus on no, if you love something and you have a passion for it, you should try to make that your life, and you should try to make that, make that what makes you money and stuff like that. And so your path is just a little different than that, and
I think
it kind of goes against.
That's interesting though, because to me, I thought like that. I was no, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to be a concept artist for Bungie or something like that, and just draw for them. You know what I mean? But realistically, it takes forever, and you got to be really good. And I'm not that great. I just love doing it, and there's a difference between that, right? I'm not trying to impress anybody. Which is what I realized. I realized that I was just trying to do things that I enjoyed doing them. And sometimes when you get money involved in stuff you love to do, it makes things a little more difficult. Like, I love CrossFit. I don't really ever want to be a CrossFit coach because I don't want it to ruin the experience for me. I don't want CrossFit to be a job. I want it to be like a passion, a drive for me. I love doing it, so why would I want to mix that up with money? That's what I kind of think about it too. And, you know, my mindset changes over time. You know, everyone develops differently, but I think that where I'm at now is knowing it's a more realistic approach to pursuing stuff that I want to achieve, you know, like the podcast. Like, this is great. You know, we started this and it was just something fun to do. And we're in our second season and fucking living the dream. You know what I mean? This is fucking great.
Matt?
What's your thoughts on that?
I think there is a romanticized idea about taking your passion and then making that everything you want to do. But I think that so many people jump into it and cause unnecessary stress, right? So I think that I've seen people that have quit their jobs and they're like, I'm following my passion. And that's great. That's fantastic. But all the money stress that you had could have been avoided if you picked up a part-time job while you did it, right? Like, I think that it's completely valuable for people to have a job while they pursue their passion until that passion can take over their job, you know? And some people are like Dalton, where they're like, I just like my hobbies. Like, I don't care if I ever make a dime from this. I'm going to do it because it is my outlet and I really just enjoy fucking doing it, you know? And I think that kind of gets pushed to the wayside, especially now, because, you know, the internet's the great equalizer. It brings a lot of people. It levels playing fields. So I think that money we have more opportunity than our grandparents and our parents did. But I don't think that everybody necessarily should take their passion and like make it there every single day, because you might just hate it. Because while making your passion a business might be fantastic, you might love doing it, but there comes other things associated with running a business that I even hate. Yeah, you know.
Sure.
So my biggest fear would be for somebody's love and passion of the thing that was their outlet to all of a sudden become this like burden and this task that they have to do, and they have this checklist now, as opposed to something before where it was something that they were easily doing for fun and actually brought them joy, you know. It depends on the person, you know. There are people that it works for and there are people that it doesn't, you know.
Yeah, it's not everyone wants to achieve their dreams in different ways.
I just think it hurts with the idea of like, if you're not constantly like 24/7 working on that passion, then you're not living your life. Because if you do that and there's no money being made, you're going to be stressed about bills, because bills and everything like still have to get paid. So if you can alleviate that by spending maybe a little less time and, you know, having a job to help fuel that, then, you know, I think that that could help a lot and help you enjoy it even more.
So is that, you think, a byproduct of hustle culture, or do you think that's just from social media and what everyone is presenting, you know, is their best work that's been honed after practice, or is one out of 500 drafts, but that's all that people are seeing?
It's probably a mixture of both. I think hustle culture is as beautiful as it is toxic. Yeah. I think that there's a fine balance, and I think you need to have people around you that really bring you down to earth and tell you, hey, you actually need to fucking rest. But at the same time, I think that there are people that need to do more, that aren't reaching their full potential just because, you know, of, you know, limitations that they have on themselves. But yeah.
Yeah, you realize how busy you are sometimes. Sometimes you keep yourself busy for the wrong reasons or the right reasons. But the time you take to realize it, like you wake up at 5 a.m. or 4:30 in the morning, go to the gym, train, and then you do what you can. And then you coach, and you come back, you work for 8 hours, you go back to the gym, you coach again, you do this stuff, do that and that, and then come back home. Like, you're busy. You're busy the whole day. And like, I can appreciate that with Matthew, but I tried doing that for a while, and then I just kind of had like a breakthrough where I was like, I can't do that anymore. Like, it's so much work, and I can like yeah, he's great at it. Like, he's a trooper, but just for me, I'm you know, like, I'm not Like, I do think your body needs to take rest. Your body needs the breaks. And Matthew's always been go, go, go. And I think I've always been semi kind of looking at the roses a little bit while going, you know. But at the same time, like, taking time to reassess and understand where you're at. And, you know, understanding that it's okay to, like, take a day and not do anything. It's okay to have a moment and just, like, binge watch a TV show. You're not wasting time. Like, life, you're going to die either way. We're all going to die either way. Morbid thought, but it's true. Like, do nothing for a little bit. It's not going to kill you. It might, but most likely it won't. You know what I mean? Have fun.
And I think to Dalton's point, it's like you have to be self-aware enough to know yourself. And that comes from trying it, you know? The same way I think that, you know, for me, I feel the best when I'm constantly busy, when I constantly have things going on. I also don't feel the best when I'm like prepared. I know that sounds weird, but my best work comes under pressure and when I procrastinate. It really does. Like, it causes me unnecessary amounts of stress and probably taking years off my life.
But you live through that, man. But you love that shit.
That's just, I do. Like, I love when pressure's on. That's when I like come alive and like do my best work. Not everybody's like that. And it's about knowing yourself. And like some people truly need all the time in the world for their passions to make it whatever amount of money they want to make, right? Other people have this illusion that if they had all the time in the world, that they would be able to do X, Y, and Z. So then they quit their job, they have all the time in the world, and they realize that they didn't need all the time in the world. They just needed discipline to sit down and do it with the time that they had, you know? And so I think it's about knowing yourself and like realizing that like you have to work for whatever it is that you want. Like that is just like the cost of entry.
That's the basis of
you
everything.
know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, is this something that you're willing to possibly not enjoy anymore because now all of a sudden there's all these other things that are attached to it, you know? So it's really a person by person basis. It depends on you, who you are, how you function, and the way that you see the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, there was a meme that I saw the other day that Dalton made me think of, and it had millennials and Gen Zers, and the caption both time was nothing in life matters, but the millennials were like mall emo and like in the shower with it, and the Gen Zers were like bright 80s colors, backwards hat, and they're like nothing in life matters. And so seeing two different generations take the same view on something but have totally different perspectives, I don't know, why do you think that's the case, especially with the younger generation?
Hustle culture.
What
are we talking about?
Yeah, was that a question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like the idea that people our age, you know, see nothing in life matters as this like dread, existential dread, and yet Gen Zers, the as the meme goes, look at the same thing, that nothing in life matters, and like take that as like.
I think that it's that's obviously like a huge generalization, right? Because I know people on both sides that take that same phrase and see it the opposite way. You know, some people see nothing else like nothing matters as like nothing matters, so I'm gonna do what I want and like see what I can do. And other people say, oh well, nothing matters, so like why we even try? I think it goes back to that story of like the two brothers that were raised by an alcoholic father, and you know, beat their mom and left them, and one becomes an alcoholic and one becomes a super successful, you know, business family man. And they ask both of them, you know, why are you the way that you are? And they both had the same answer, but they just had a different perspective on it. You know, I think it really comes down to that. I don't think it's necessarily a generalizations are normally true, but I don't think it's like something in particular. I think it's just, you know, not the way they are. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, why were you shaking your head that way for people who are listening?
I don't know. I just moved. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it.
Okay, well,
can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who the fuck is Prince Philip?
So you remember that picture of the dead guy that was coming out of the hospital from
Absolutely
the royal
not.
family?
No. Was this a thing?
Hold on.
Yeah, Matt's gonna look it up for you.
Because in the Google Docs, everybody, it says Prince Philip died.
That's Queen Elizabeth's husband.
Oh.
You'll see a picture of him and you'll go, yeah, that looks about right.
Man, Queen Elizabeth and her hats, bro. I live for it. She has some dope hats. I wish I could have one of them.
Why did I wear?
Oi. How old was this guy?
He was 99.
Damn. Poor guy.
Yep.
Well,
That's what it used to look like.
wow. Dude, aging is crazy. You ever think about that? Like, my fear of wrinkles is so real.
I know you have a whole face routine.
I know. My fear of wrinkles is like so bad.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask both of you something?
Hmm.
Can you explain to me the hierarchy of the royal family right now?
Oh, yeah. So you got Prince Philip.
I mean, no, you don't.
Well, you had Prince Philip. You had Prince Philip. Now you have Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is alive and well and thriving and vibing. Straight good timing.
Her hats.
You know? Yeah, with her dope ass hats. So what I've heard, and I haven't heard much, but what I have heard, I made assumptions about, is that the royal family doesn't do shit. Like they're not really involved in like anything that like makes changes in the actual like legislations and stuff. I think they're just there because they're the last real royal family in the world. So they're just prioritized and made famous. They're like the Kardashians of England.
I feel like there's like Middle Eastern countries that have like a lot of princes and kings and but they're not as like world revered.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I heard they can't really do much.
But do you know? So you have Queen Elizabeth at the top.
Yeah, right on.
Do you know the rest of the
I have
family?
no idea if she has kids. She have kids?
She has to for the line to continue on.
Who was Queen Elizabeth's mom? Queen Elizabeth I?
Probably. Yeah, I looked it up. I wanted to cheat and sound really intelligent. My eyes are bad, so I can't actually make this image bigger to see it.
Like who are some of the princes that you know right now?
Oh yeah, like
Prince Harry.
So how?
No, that's Harry Styles.
That is not Harry Styles, dude.
They call him Prince Harry.
No, that is not Dalton.
The guy from Big Time Rush. No, not Big Time Rush. The guy from what's the band called? Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. You don't know you're beautiful.
Thanks, we just got copyrighted.
You're telling me that guy is the Prince of fucking England.
I thought they called him Prince Harry.
They might, I don't know, but that's not who we're
I'm
talking
sure his
about.
fans do.
He has a great style. I love the way he dresses.
Princess Diana.
Okay. How are Princess Diana and Prince Harry connected?
Is that her son? Yeah, that's her son. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got Meghan Markle, who's married to Prince Harry.
Okay.
Meghan Markle.
Wow, you're really out of it.
Bro, this is a royal family. I'm from fucking California. What the fuck do I care about the royal family?
Not a bad stance to have.
And then you got Prince Charles. And then Prince Charles and Princess Diana had Prince Harry and Prince William.
How do they pick which one is the queen next?
It's the firstborn son.
So is that looks like William just looks older than Harry, so I'm assuming it's William. Yeah. And then Prince William's married to...
Oh, they got some cute kids.
Kate Middleton?
Who's Kate Middleton?
I don't know.
She's the Duchess of Cambridge.
Nice,
Cambridge.
dude.
Cambridge.
Whoa. Yeah, and then I know Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just had a child, so that's like the... Is it still just is it a boy or girl?
They don't know yet.
It's Archie.
Yeah, I don't know from that name either.
But is that like a... Is that a prince? Like, does that baby still get like ownership of the throne?
Harry doesn't even have ownership of the throne.
Ownership? That's not what I meant. What I meant was...
He's not a prince.
No.
He's not a prince.
Okay,
so... It was a point of contention for a lot of people.
Really?
For the royal family.
Really?
That he wasn't going to be a prince.
Wait, why wasn't he a prince, though?
Because they don't like Harry and Meghan.
I mean, is that the reason, or was there like an actual like genealogical reason?
No, that's it.
Question.
What's up?
I know you have a ownership of certain land. Out in Scotland.
I am a lord.
So does that mean that your child's gonna be a prince?
Yeah, can your child be a prince?
A prince or a princess?
Is that how that works? Or like a lord prince?
No, because I think they're like dukes and duchesses, which is different than lord.
Hey, David, it's your own fucking land. You could be a duke if you want to, okay?
Why would you want to be a duke when you be a lord? I could see Dalton getting land and being a jester. Like just
you
wanting
can
to
be the jester of my land.
Can I please?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You have 10 feet.
What can Matthew do?
We're gonna be neighbors. I'm buying.
Matt's the taste tester.
I'm gonna have a lot of poison.
That's so aggressive. You're gonna do it after you taste it,
Dude, Dalton. So at your promotion, did you get any super cool things that came along with that?
Yeah. So apparently I got an office.
Apparently, were you not in there?
I was not aware.
Oh, you really didn't know that came with the job?
Oh, I know. I thought because the office that they had was for the nurse, so the nurse held that office. That's why you have all that's why it's so big.
Okay.
So
are you gonna put a picture of me in your office?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep it the same exact way it is. It has a bunch of notes for my boss that's in there because he was in that building before I was. So I'm just gonna leave all the notes up.
You want any pictures?
I really don't care.
Of your brother?
No, I'm not gonna put anything up.
We put a picture of but Monique will Photoshop it. It'll be me, you, and then Shrek.
I'll definitely put that shit up.
Yeah.
Why just need to Photoshop it? You could just take a picture right now.
All right. You're not wrong.
Oh my God,
Not wrong.
you're right.
So how does it feel to have your office and a couch?
It's pretty nice. I'm never gonna sit on the couch just because I feel like if I was sitting on the couch and someone walked in, I'll sit on the couch. I would just look lazy. Not really like. You need a key to get in there.
I think that's for like when people come to visit and talk to you.
Yeah.
They go sit down on the couch.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I do.
Do you think you'll ever one day just take a nap on the couch?
Maybe if I'm early to work or late, if I have to stay there for a while, wait for a meeting or something. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't know. Then I had to type a bunch of stuff out today, which was kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of the keyboard.
Okay, here's the question. How much easier is it for you to type now than when you had to type at your old spot back at the sex shop?
Oh, so much easier. I actually have a comfortable chair now.
Did you have to stand or something?
Well, no, he typed like this.
Yeah, I tap with two fingers.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people don't know is I had about 2 months before I started my cybersecurity boot camp stuff. So I took those 2 months and just typed out for hours every single day. Just did typing with all my fingers every day.
You never used you grew up in an age where we had computer lab. And you learned how to type in elementary school.
No, you didn't.
You didn't? We did.
When?
If we did, we were older than you. You definitely had it.
No way.
Yeah, we would go into the computer lab and it would have at least my school had the Apple TVs and they had colored backs. Which
Oh
was
no,
super
you know
cool.
what? It was too difficult, so I just started using fingers. It was
So-
too hard for me.
Oh, so instead of learning how to actually do it this way,
yeah.
you're I could just pass by doing this. This is so much easier.
Shame
Yes.
on your teachers.
Yeah. They probably were he's a lost cause.
So you had to do
I forget what I did. We did a racing game.
Oh yeah, there's this nitro race that I play with all the IT guys in my office. We'll sit down, I'll go over and I'll tell them all to log in, and then we'll spend time on just playing the nitro race or whatever.
Nice to know that's how he spent his work
you
time.
did Typing of the Dead.
What is that?
You know the House of the Dead?
Yeah.
The arcade game?
Yeah.
They have that for the computer, and then you type to shoot.
Really?
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I want to do that.
You don't remember like Type Shark?
No.
Nah.
It was on E-Bombs World,
What's E-Bombs?
or the Flash games websites. You guys didn't play Flash games on
Yes, I did. What was the name of the website?
You didn't go to you did go to Willow.
No, he didn't.
You didn't go to Willow?
No, he went to Cedar Grove with Monique.
But it was you could play all these Flash games, and one was a shark, and that was
What were the popular websites for Flash games?
Addictinggames.com.
Yes.
Addictinggames.com.
There was that one and there was another one.
What were we talking about?
Typing. The games
I
websites.
can't remember. There was addictinggames.com was cool. But I never played Flash typing games.
I love typing though. It's honestly really fun, but I didn't realize how much actual keyboards matter. You actually need a good keyboard. And I don't like the ones that are too clicky. I don't want the ones that are too springy. It has to be perfect. I'm a real fan of the flat ones. If you ever see Art Tech, they have really nice keyboards, but they're very thin and just very light taps. They're not too loud. I got a mechanical keyboard that I gave to you because it was too loud for me, and it bothered me with the noise.
It's an aesthetic.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
It really
I
is.
wasn't a big fan of it, but
it really is.
But you're working with kids, and you've been trained because you have to restrain them sometimes. But that's not. But having that training now,
yeah.
if you met a bunch of child versions of yourself, how many of them could you take in a fight before they beat you up?
Great question. What age?
you get to choose that.
Okay.
Let's go 8-year-old.
Ooh, 8-year-old me. Man, 8-year-old me was a pussy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Really? Because
definitely
you guys told a couple stories that made it sound like you could take a beating.
Oh yeah, we could.
Well,
but-
yeah. I mean, okay, it would be annoying because like we would just continually get up, and I don't really think I would hurt myself that bad. So
honestly,
it would have to be
There's
like
a bunch of you though.
see, I have
how many? What's a bunch? Give me a number.
Give me a number to think about.
Let's go 3 to start with.
I would drop kick every one of my motherfuckers.
If you drop kick one, the others are going to be on you before you even get up.
See, here's what happens. You drop kick one, the other two me's hesitate. They get scared.
Because they just watched you kick you in the head?
Yeah.
But then would my little versions of me go fight for my brother's versions of me? Because I feel like that I would do that.
These are two different alleys.
Two different alleys. Do we know what's going on?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm just like walking in an alleyway and I see 3 little midgets.
No. Is that what you were as an 8-year-old? You were a midget?
Tiny 8-year-olds. I see 3 tiny 8-year-olds.
See, I feel like this is where I'm at a disadvantage. I didn't get much taller from when I was 8 years old.
That's bullshit.
I'm serious. Like, I was like, what, 4'3", 4'5"? I'm realistically not that much taller now. So it's like where they would be like, have to try to reach your chin. Like, mine would just be there. And this isn't me trying to I'm just thinking about this logically. Like, it would be more difficult for me than you.
I mean, I think the mini me's of me are a lot stronger than your mini yous.
No,
like mini me's, my mini me's were hardworking. Like they didn't give a fuck.
Doing what?
Hold on.
You didn't do anything.
Let me fucking explain this, bitch. So what I'm saying is that as a child, Matthew beat me up, right? But I never gave up. I never once laid on the ground. Like I always got back up and always went back to get hit again. Like at some point, Matthew got tired and I won.
No,
didn't you run to your mom a lot?
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. That was 7-year-old me. This is 8-year-old me. It's different. 8-year-old me was a fucking brute. I just fucking took hits and got back up and did it again. And if I knew it was an actual fight, I'm not running to mama. I'm gonna beat the shit out of all of Matthew's mini hymns.
Mini hymns.
Why are you fighting his mini hymns now?
At this point,
it's
turned into a civil war.
We found a doorway in the alley. We just opened it up. Just mini us everywhere.
And I didn't have teeth to worry about, so I would fuck Matthew.
You didn't have teeth at 8 years old.
I didn't have nice teeth.
Yeah,
me and Matthew both had shitty teeth. Yeah, we had buck teeth, so we didn't really care. So I mean, we didn't have a place where you could hit us where you'd be like, oh, we just fucking keep fighting. I think my mini-me's would beat Matthew's mini-hims because I think my mini-me's would slowly start to develop a weapon.
That's great, but the question was how many of them could you beat up as an adult?
I think probably 6.
You think 6?
I was gonna say, I think I could take 5.
5?
Before I get overwhelmed with emotion.
All right, well, let's bring them out. Guys.
What the fuck is going on?
No, all right, 6 and 5. Well, if we ever have, some kind of time machine or cloning machine or something, we'll get to make good on it.
Now,
all right.
how many of mini Daltons could I fuck up?
Oh, I got ice.
Oh, the amount of mental turmoil I could cause 8-year-old Dalton.
What would you have to say?
Oh,
What would you say?
What's one sentence you could say that would mess up Mini Dalton?
What's one sentence you could say right now, bitch? That would hurt me.
right now?
Let's not do right now. Let's do 8-year-old.
No, 8-year-old.
fuck it.
8-year-old
Do it.
Dalton.
I roll in the fire.
Okay, I would let all of you come up and hit me. All of you at once. Boom. Right? I would just look you guys in the eyes. And I would just go, is that all you got, Chubbs?
Fuck you. You fucking bitch.
And you guys would get so mad, but you guys would get so mad that you would stop thinking. You just see red, and you would start doing Lord knows what. At least one of you would start crying, and then I would just have my way with you.
Different words.
I would just beat the shit out of you.
Okay. Better.
Second week, bro. I'm on a roll of just things to not do.
Have my way with you. His face was so serious. He went, I would have my way with you.
Oh my god.
Matthew on his roll, man. Fucking shit up since 2021, dude.
Since last week.
This is our year. This is our year.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, it's been really cool though, including on TikTok. We've blown up a lot.
Oh yeah.
And it's been cool to see that happen. I thought we'd only go viral like maybe once. You know what I mean? But now it's been multiple times, and I'm pretty happy with it. You know?
Yeah, that's fun. I like meeting everybody.
Like I told David though, I don't want to be the lactose intolerant guy, and David has made me the lactose intolerant guy because that
I said
video,
final chapter,
that video,
and that video didn't even do well. So
that one video of me talking about lactose intolerance got me to 3 million views. 3 million people know that I am lactose intolerant.
You know what, Dalton? When you're on the street and someone walks by and goes, lactose intolerance guy, then you can come to me and have a valid argument.
Have my way with you.
You can come to me afterwards.
I was talking to Matthew, and this is completely a different subject. I just keep thinking about things. But we got Matthew PS5 for his birthday.
Yeah.
We still have to talk about your weekend, by the way.
Okay.
We got a PS5 for his birthday, and we realized there's not a lot of games specifically for the PS5.
Not yet.
Not yet. But
It's been a whole year. But
it's
not
been
yet.
out for a while.
That's what he was telling me. And I thought about that, and I was like, that's kind of interesting because I feel like every other console that comes out has at least like 4 or 5 games that come out with it.
Wait, did it come out in December or did it come out 2019? Came out 2020.
Came out in December.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020.
But still, yeah, there'd be like 6 games.
But my argument for that is there's Spider-Man Valhalla, and there was supposed to be Cyberpunk. And if Cyberpunk was the game that it was supposed to be, I think that would have been enough until other games were able to come out.
Well, there's Immortals Phoenix Rising. And the other thing is, like, there's a bunch of games that are getting the free PS4 to PS5 upgrade.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so they're not spending specifically on that game.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks, though. I just wish there'd be more. I feel like every time, like at least from us, when we ever bought PS2, PS3, PS4s, we always had like games, like 3 or 4 games that came with it.
Or
with the
you
system.
bought it
But we always bought it
years
later. Yeah, we
later.
bought it later.
when there was already
Exactly.
a full library.
Yeah, when
out.
things were already developed.
Anyway,
yeah.
Dalton, you were saying.
So buying things freshly new, I just realized there's not like a whole lot of games. But just in general, I feel like everything just naturally looks better on the system.
1000%.
I don't know. It's wild. But Matt, can you give us an update on your birthday, how it was, your experience on birthday day morning?
Yeah, we'll get into that when we come back from our break.
Yeah, fuck me. Fucking deuces.
Support for Drum and Drummer is brought to you by
Manscaped.
who is the best in men's below the waist grooming.
Manscaped.
Offers precision engineered tools for your
Family jewels.
They obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience.
Manscaped.
Is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. We have an exclusive offer for you. 20% off plus free shipping with code DRUM, DRUMM, at manscaped.com.
Speaking of sweaty and stinky balls, I'm thankful for the Crop Reviver. This product, along with the Crop Preserver, keeps your balls from sweating, smelling, and sticking.
Get 20% off plus free shipping with code DRUM, DRUMM, at manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with code DRUM at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com, and use code DRUM, DRUMM. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with
Manscaped. Bro, I had a dream about that line last night because I saw like 7 TikToks with that before I went to sleep.
What line?
It's a cow farm. We're gonna have cows outside. Because his wife was like, Daryl, there's a cow outside, and he goes, it's a cow farm. It's such like, I don't know why I didn't think that was so much funnier when I was younger, but when I see it now, it just fucking makes me like go crazy. It just kills me inside. It's awesome. What were we going to talk about when we came back on the break?
Did you get your crystals over the weekend?
I got my crystals over the weekend. So,
All right.
this past
We
week,
should look up crystals and what they mean and stuff.
absolutely. Give me 1 second. So this past week was my birthday, as you guys know when we were recording.
It was my birthday.
It was
I
my birthday.
had fun.
Look at me, birthday boy, little birthday guy.
Hey, come on.
Come on, little birthday guy. Hey, look at me.
Little birthday boy.
Little birthday boy, look at me.
And so Monique absolutely killed it. I got surprised. I came home from the coaching the gym, and Dalton and Monique had some song playing. They had mimosas ready, and what Monique did was she had reached out to a bunch of my friends and family and asked, all of them to write me like a heartfelt note or something that they wanted to say to me. And I got to go through, and she made this really cool, like 27. I have something I need to do after this, but I'm gonna have to leave the screen real quick.
What is that?
Just reminded me. Neither of you guys know.
You gonna read my poem?
I want to do that, but I don't know where it is.
You lost my poem. You lost what I.
No. I have. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes.
Is that what you're getting?
No.
You want to show this?
Yeah, that's fine. So if you guys are watching, you'll see. I think you'll see
as I disappear.
You'll see what Monique made. So it was. If we got the other side on.
Bring it up. Nice.
So all of them have been punched through. So it's a bunch of little like red Solo cups that have some tissue paper over the front of it, and then inside each one was a number, and then in each number was associated with a gift. So I would go and I would open that, and it would be either a lot of it was just like small bottles of alcohol or some treat that I really enjoyed, and then it would be this like heartfelt letter. And so at freaking 7:30 a.m., I'm like sobbing my eyes out because like I feel so loved and so appreciated and stuff. And so then right before Dalton has to leave for work, I go, wait, you got to watch me do one more. So I go through and of course I pull a number out and then I read the number out loud and I start looking for it. And then I see Monique look over at Dalton and Dalton just goes, right? He's all, damn it. And so then I grab it and then I see this box that kind of looks familiar and I open it up and then sure enough, I thought it was from you at first because it was written to Maddie fucking Smokes.
Nice.
So I'm all, it's from David. And then I open it and Dawn goes, no, it's from me. So there's 2 pages. And you
didn't say what actual box it came in. I put it in 2 boxes.
What was the first one?
The first box was the box with your spikes.
Yeah.
The second box was a condom box.
Oh, that's right. So
I didn't think you got condoms.
Yeah. So I was like, I mean, this is kind of weird, but whatever. And then I opened it up and there was a note inside. So the first letter was like a really heartfelt letter that Dalton wrote. So like as I'm reading it the whole time, we're both just sitting on the couch fucking crying.
We're both fucking bawling our eyes out.
And then the second poem, or the second letter, the second page was a poem that Dalton wrote for me. And it's the most Dalton poem that I've ever gotten in my entire life.
Hey guys, I actually do write poetry.
Is that what you need? Is that what you were gonna go get?
That was one of the things, but I just remembered I'd have to dig it out from everything. So we could do it after. We could just do it as like a.
Oh, I think I have it on my phone.
Oh, do you really?
I think so.
Well, let's look it up, and then who wants to read it, Matt or Dalton?
I'm gonna read it.
Let me see.
We'll keep talking while he's looking it up.
So I spent all day just opening up these gifts, and like seriously, like. Thank you so much to Monique for going above and beyond like you do with absolutely everything. But to everybody who took the time to write me something and send me something, like I love you all. I can't even express how grateful and loved that I felt. And so Monique and I also this same past weekend or that same weekend, we had a little vacation planned with a couple of our friends, Peter and Steven, and we went out to Joshua Tree. So Joshua Tree, if you're not from California, is basically like an adult playground where you basically run around and then you find these giant rocks and then you essentially say, hey, I think I can climb to the top of that. Then you go climb to the top of that. Or you go, hey, I think there's a cave in between those 2 rocks. Then you go in between them and you just kind of explore, right? So it's desert, it's hot. But Monique and I went out there with Peter and Steven. We had an Airbnb. We had so much fun, and it was just like really, really relaxing. I didn't realize how much like I actually needed like time to relax. So that was just honestly like so needed. And
you always need that time.
And then every night was just like, we ended up in the jacuzzi or there was a hammock. So I ended up like reading a book and laying in the hammock and falling asleep for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So, but I'll get more into that after this beautiful poem by Dalton. So a Matthew poem. If you were a prisoner, you would be a bitch. If you were a body part, you would be an asshole. If you were a pill, you would be Motrin. If you were time, you would be 2 a.m. because honestly, nobody likes that time. If you were a food, you would be dried chicken. If you were a lamp, you wouldn't light up. If you were a toe, you would be the big toe because that's why. If you were a laptop, you would be a broken one. And lastly, if you were a cool motherfucker, you would be Dalton. So he He brought that up after one of the most emotional letters I've ever read in my life. So thank you for that.
I was just thriving.
He was. But yeah, so Monique and I spent time out there. And so what's crazy is the last like day, like the entire day and night that we had spent there, we went down to like this little like downtown area that they had. And we went to these cool little shops. They had a lot of really cool like art like exhibits, like art stores, but it was like not like traditional art. Like it was like metal art, and like it had the world's famous knitting museum.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What does that even look like?
It's just a bunch of stuffed animals that are knitted. It's actually kind of creepy.
Oh, that sounds cool.
But it was super cool, right? And so at one point we go into this gift shop to like kind of like get souvenirs or whatever. And we start walking around, and we walk up to this, glass case, and there's all these like crystals in there. So, I don't even know enough crystals to really list even 3. So there's like white crystals, purple crystals, all these other things, right? So I see it, and I've like really wanted like a crystal necklace recently. And so I was looking at it and all this stuff, and then what's cool is I saw this really pretty purple one. And that helps 0%. So there was this really pretty purple one, and there was a bunch of them, right? So as I'm looking through them, Monique comes up. She goes, "Oh, I want to get my mom a crystal," and I'm like, "Oh, cool." And Monique's all, "Do you want one?" And I was like, "No, I don't really want a crystal. Like, I'm okay, babe. Thanks." And so then right before Monique had asked me, she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, Matt," or the lady came up to the case, and she was like, "Do any of these crystals, like, do they call to you?" And as she said that, I looked at this crystal, and it was a purple crystal, which I'm going to butcher this, like, amethyst, I think is how you say it, right? But it was cool because it was kind of, like, curved. So it was like this curved crystal, and it was like a pretty good sized one, right? And it just like, I don't know, that's just where my eyes shot to, like, immediately. Like, I didn't really think about it. Yeah. So I was like, I just said no, just out of habit. And then Monique came up and she asked, she goes, "Hey babe, do you want any like crystals?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay, love. Like, I'm fine, thank you." And so my knee started to hurt. So I just kind of like walked outside to go find a bench to sit at.
Nice.
What?
It's a great choice for a crystal for you. I just looked up what amethyst is. It's a violet variety of quartz, and it comes from Koine Greek, and it means intoxicate, and it's a reference to the belief that the stone protects its owner from drunkenness.
Amen.
Oh, dude.
Cheers. So hold on, I haven't gotten to that part yet. So anyways, so I leave the store and I go and I sit down, right? So
you could drink forever.
Monique comes out and she, we leave for the rest of the day. We finish it and we go home. And so I'm in the room, like getting changed to like, start like making dinner and getting ready for the evening or whatever. And she goes, "Hey babe, like I need to show you something." I'm like, "What's up?" She goes, "I got you a crystal." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, I know you've been thinking about it recently, but so I just bought you one."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Awesome." So she opens up the gift bag and she pulls out the exact crystal that my eyes shot to when the lady asked me if I was like, "Do any of these crystals call to you?" So I like grabbed it and I looked at it and I was like, "All right, well, I guess me and you were just like,
meant to be.
Like, it is what it is, So like, let's see what it's about. But and for the record, there was like literally like at least like 80 crystals, and like 20 per like different crystals all over the place. So there was a lot to choose from. But I've been kind of like interested in that stuff recently. Like, I think energy is really interesting. And the way that it moves, like it's everywhere. Yeah. It just
the whole world of crystals is just wild.
Yeah, it's insane. And like, what's funny is we grew up around crystals because our Nina, she's always like sold them. She worked for a rock store that was really big into crystals and stuff like that. Now, I think they did it exclusively for like the money making aspect of it. I don't know if they ever tried it for like the healing properties. I don't think that's what they were
for, but yeah. No.
Yeah. So, but it was just always, I remember one time Nina, for my birthday, gave me this really cool rock, and I was pissed because it was super thin.
It wasn't the rock you wanted?
No. Somebody broke it. I was so mad.
Somebody?
It was probably me.
No, it wasn't you. I can't remember who it was, though. But it was this really thin rock, but it was literally a rainbow. It was, when you held it up in the light, it was an entire rainbow. It was fucking beautiful. Sick. It was so cool.
Yeah. But who knew that rocks would be so fucking dope?
Yeah.
Geologists.
Very true. But yeah, so that's just one aspect of the weekend. But like, the weekend was so much fun. Just being able to go and just relax and like lay in a hammock, read. Like me, Peter, Steven, and Monique, like we all don't take things super seriously. So like all weekend we just roasted each other.
Just good vibes.
And just like nobody was mad the next morning. We all got just drank to our fill and had a good time and had deep conversations and talked about life and things coming up. So it was awesome.
That's good, man. You needed that.
It was very needed.
Yeah, you don't stop usually, so it's good to have you stop for a while.
Yeah.
Smell the roses. I looked at the camera with intent. Stupid.
Why? Can you not smell?
What do you mean? Another one of David's jokes.
Oh, let me go grab the gifts really quick before we get into our segment.
What gifts are you grabbing?
Entertain them.
All right, guys.
Dalton, if why don't you wrote this down in the doc, so I want you to talk about it.
Yeah.
The dinosaur one.
Oh, okay. I know. I was just thinking about this today, and I was like, okay, so we all know that horses have like huge dongs, right? Like they just do.
For the most part.
For the most part, they have pretty big dongs. And I was like, okay, if a horse is considered a big dong now, how big were like T-Rex dongs, or something like that? So then I was like, also with like T-Rexes and stuff. Thank you. With T-Rexes and stuff, did they have like, were their dongs huge? And also like, would you prefer like call their balls dino nuggets?
1,000%.
Right?
I would call their balls dino nuggets.
Because like if they think about it, it'd be like, you're a caveman. You're like, okay, kids, I got us dino nuggets, and they'd be like, oh, you're giving us dinosaur balls? That's disgusting, Dad. You know what I mean?
But if you say dino nuggets,
it sound like for us that sounds great, but for them it might actually be balls. You know what I mean? And I've heard like what was it? Bull balls are like really good.
Oh yeah, bull testicles.
Bull testicles are really good.
they had those on Fear Factor all the time.
Yeah. It was. They made it look disgusting, but I'm sure like if you made it correctly, it would probably be pretty good. There's a lot of things that I think you can eat.
I don't think they'd give you stuff to eat that you couldn't eat.
Yeah.
Topless candles.
Okay, so this is a gift. There's 3 of them. I don't have mine. Mine's in my room. Before you open it, will you wait? Will you pick that up? You fucking disrespectful
Whole bag.
hoe bag.
Watch what you're gonna say there, big guy.
I didn't know where I was going. I literally had a blank. I wish I had something to say.
You guys are just up and all over the place.
It's been a weird day.
What happened?
Like right now, like during this recording, you just stay seated.
Oh yeah, we're moving a lot.
Okay, so this is a gift, shouty touty from Heather Powers. So she got this for us, and it is from a company called Topless Candles. And
you got Dalton sold by the name.
Let me see the card.
Just by the name.
Don't ever snap at me.
And
you
this
fucking bitch.
is from Jules Fleming. So I'm assuming that's the owner. So go ahead and open it, Dalton. It's pretty cool. So she has her own Etsy shop.
That's dope.
Hey!
What is yours? What flavor? Did they put these in actual cans? Wait, is this a drink or is this an actual candle?
You got ice, baby. Pop the top. Nope, the whole thing.
Where's your lighter at?
Oh, wow.
So this lady literally...
Oh, that smells fucking good.
So they take old, like, used cans like this, and then she makes candles out of it.
What do I do?
So pop the top. Nice.
Ooh.
Super sick, right?
Oh, my God. That smells so
They
good.
smell good, huh?
Dude.
So that one's black cherry. What's yours, David? Strawberry?
Strawberry.
And I think mine is mango.
Well, it's not gonna.
Oh my gosh.
Focus, but.
So Dalton.
Ooh, buddy.
Wow. Check that out, guys.
So if you guys are looking for some pretty unique candles, go ahead and check them out at www.toplesscandles.com. And then go ahead and order something from their Etsy shop. And so just Google Topless Candles. So just wanted to give that little plug. Thank you, Heather. This is a very thoughtful gift.
Yeah, thank you.
We all love candles here, and we all love Trulies.
Yeah. Dude, that smells so good.
So good.
I'm so excited. Don't ever snap at me again.
Yeah.
Let's make that a thing.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Okay.
It's the most disrespectful thing you could have ever done to me.
Done.
That's also disrespectful. Don't ever do that either. You guys are gonna piss me off. I'm gonna end this podcast right now. Can I put this out here?
Yeah, it's fine.
David, give me yours.
Just
Don't
make sure
drop
that
it.
Do not. Oh God. Put the Truly logo out though.
On the other side of the computer.
Oh, that one smells good too. This one smells like a Care Bear,
This is a wild
and this one
podcast.
smells like a purple Care
Let me see.
Bear.
Oh, for those of you listening, we just got candles that are inside of
Go watch the
an
video.
old Truly can.
Topless candles, guys. Here we are. Topless candles.
We put a 24-second intro before every episode so that you would go watch the YouTube video.
They smell like skittled gummy
If
bears.
some people prefer to listen,
Care
that
Bears.
is fine. But anyways, so yeah, that was the only gift that I needed.
That's
to get.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you very
Shout-outy.
much. Yes.
Shout-outy Heather Powers.
And that'll lead us right into, we're going to try this segment. We brought it up a couple weeks ago. It's called Historically Inaccurate.
It's historically inaccurate.
With Drumm and
Drummer. Thanks,
you guys, one of you was like really low.
Yeah, we're not
and the
doing
other
that. Was
really
so much
high-pitched.
work.
Yeah, that was pretty hard. All right, so what are we doing this week?
We are doing the moon landing.
Easy, I know this one.
And
I'm gonna be so accurate.
And this is assuming that, it happened. It's real.
It didn't, but I'll tell you why it didn't happen.
Why didn't it happen?
So the reason why the moon landing didn't happen is because we don't have the money for it. It wasn't actually possible for us. We didn't have the actual technology to do it, but Russia did. So we had to make it seem like we did too when we weren't even close.
How do you know this?
So
I just watched a TikTok on it.
But like, what evidence do you have that it didn't, like, they filmed it and they didn't actually go to the moon?
If you check out the film,
yeah.
like you can literally like see, like they touch the ground.
of the moon?
No, of the ground, of the of Earth. They're literally in a studio. They're in a studio apartment, probably.
All right, so we're gonna have two different versions of this.
All right.
So
So
let's-
one where it did happen and one where it didn't.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So Matt, you go first because we've heard a little bit from Dalton already.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And
So
you said you were very confident about this.
yeah. So the damn Russians decided that they were gonna launch a rocket to space.
They're just so technical.
Right. So they did that, and then all of a sudden, us Americans were like, well, we can't let them think that they're better than us. So what's better than launching a rocket? We're just gonna go land on the entire moon.
They also sent a monkey up.
Did they really? Did the monkey survive?
Did they really?
This is your segment, big dog.
So the monkey was up in space, got so mad that there was no bananas, and then decided that he was going to end the mission early. But then the monkey remembered that he had to fight the Russian orangutans from getting to the moon first.
Whoa. There's orangutan wars?
Yeah. So then he decided he can't let those...
Are orangutans the smartest monkeys?
No, I think those are chimps.
I thought chimpanzees were
I don't
just
know, but I wouldn't fight a gorilla. Like I
completely different than an
Bro,
orangutan.
I feel like most other monkeys. I know this is not true for the record, but I feel like if I had to like fight every other species of monkeys, I'd at least have some like a slim fighting chance. But against a gorilla, there's zero chance that I fucking
Yeah, but have you seen the videos of gorillas pounding their chest?
yeah. And
It sounds like bubbles.
sounds like bubbles.
Sounds like bubbles. It's like boop, 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 boop. It's not like it's not like a thump. It's like really poppy sound.
yeah, it's very different than what you would expect.
So the monkey decides he needs to finish out this mission for America. That way the Russian orangutans don't get up there.
So what you're saying is there wasn't actually a person really on the moon landing. It was actually a monkey.
It was a monkey
and
in
a
a
monkey was
spacesuit.
taking a recording of it.
It was a monkey in a spacesuit or a sloth. Like it gets in the history.
Well, I
of
want to
things.
hear you were so confident. I want to hear your actual
Yeah,
story.
you don't sound confident anymore.
I just literally know that the Russians launched something into the moon, like up in space.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like the United States freaked out, so they just put all their money into figuring out how the hell to get people to the moon.
Uh-huh.
And so then they came out and it was like all about getting to the moon first. It was like a space war, so a race to space. And so they ended up like NASA just made it happen, and they all got there. That's my jump. That is
Do
my
you know
jump.
do you know who went to the moon?
George Armstrong.
Did you mix Is it Lance Armstrong? It's not Lance. Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong.
No, Lance is right. It's Lance.
No, it's
Lance Armstrong.
No, that's the guy with the steroids and the one testicle.
The biker.
The cyclist.
Oh, he is the biker.
Yeah. So did you just mix
Wait, so
our
we have
first
Lance,
president
Neil.
and and an Armstrong together?
Yeah. What's his name? What's his name?
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Yes.
There's someone else too.
The orangutan or the monkey.
He's an
George.
influence on a popular movie.
Apollo 19. Apollo 13.
Is it like Curious George? Like
About toys.
Oh,
Zaboomafoo.
oh my God.
Think of toys. Any toy that would have to do with the moon.
Oh, Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz Aldrin.
There you go.
I only know that because it sounds like
Wow.
cauldron.
Wow, dolls, I'm impressed.
Yeah, the Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
You guys ever watched that?
Nah.
It's great.
All right, so they made it happen.
They made it happen.
How was the flight?
It was rough.
Yeah.
A little bumpy. Hit some traffic along the way.
They hit traffic on the first mission to the moon.
Yeah, the first monkey that went out there wouldn't get out of the way. It did not go very well according to some of the movies that I've seen.
Apollo 19.
Armageddon. No,
I want to drink this. I want to drink this right now.
Smells so good. Yeah, it did not go as planned. There was a whole docking situation, which is not a sexual term.
I just saw like Lance or not Lance, Neil and Buzz just having an issue doing that. It's fucking fucked up my head. Go ahead, Matt.
And so I guess
Taking me to weird places today.
they were supposed to go to some like substation in order to like refuel or whatever they had to do there.
Of course.
But it was really technical because they had to get the very like front end of their spaceship to like match perfectly with like the opening of the substation. But then I guess they hit some type of, I don't know if it was winds or they gave too much.
Can't hit wind
like,
in space.
Like
it's windless out there.
No. But something happened. I think one of the thrusters like malfunctioned or gave too much. So they were off and they started like spinning.
Oh no.
Like downward spiral. I'm like, you're not going to go anywhere. Like you literally, there's no gravitational pull to pull you back to Earth. So you're just literally going to do that for the rest of time until.
Can you imagine just constantly turning and turning and turning?
Now, is that Gravity? Is that the movie Gravity you're thinking of?
No, there's I just watched it. I don't know what it's called, but there's a movie about the moon landing and about all the people here on Earth that stayed and that actually made it happen.
First Man? No, it wasn't First Man.
Ooh, Martian.
That's not the moon landing, but that's also about space.
Yes, but that is my take on it. Dalton, what is your take on this?
So they land on the moon.
Land on the moon.
The pretty important part, they get out of the ship and
they
It's one
take
giant
one
step.
for mankind, and they put the flag in the moon.
so they said they got out, they jumped out, and they said it's one giant step for mankind.
Yep.
And they planted the flag.
Yep.
Cool.
I could tell you one reason why it's fake.
Why? Go.
And this is all we have to say. I promise you.
Okay.
If you watch the recording, the flag moves like there's some type of wind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we're not naked, we just went over saying there's no wind in space.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's fake.
But
as fuck.
doesn't the moon
No, it
have
gives
its
it
own
all
atmosphere?
away. Nope. Gives
does
it
it?
all away. Gives it all away. There's no wind. Why is the fucking flag moving like there's wind? Boom. Done. Game over.
I don't know. I feel like we need to call Mitchell. on
And
this
that's
one.
historically inaccurate with Drumm and Drummer.
Really anxious to get that over with, huh? So no one can question you.
Yeah. Literally.
All right. Well, that leads us into our signature segment. We have 2 signature
Cheers.
segments now.
How many signature segments do we have?
2.
Wow.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The boys' room.
Welcome. And so this is the boys' room where we
Welcome.
where we bring some situations to our boys
What does that smell remind you of?
and get their takes on them.
Grandma's car air
Yep.
freshener.
There you go. That's what it was.
Is that the kind of smell you want out of a candle?
Grandma's air freshener.
I mean,
Yeah,
I like my
It's
grandma.
a pretty good smell.
I like my grandma when she doesn't fake her death. So
Oh.
That was at your house.
you were there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
Fucking pissed. We're not even talk about that. I'll get heated.
Okay.
So heated.
My boyfriend's a really kind guy with a great set of values that we're aligned on. He's in the entrepreneurial world and has a set of friends who are business-minded, ambitious, and wealth-driven. I appreciate how driven he is, and I know he enjoys surrounding himself with people who share similar goals. At the same time, though, I just can't really stand a few of his friends. One of those friends
Is in the real estate world.
is in the real estate world. I'm trying to just shorten it up for the listeners who don't like listening to the so much stuff, you know?
No, last time we did this though, it was like longer than usual.
Okay, here
so long.
is in the real estate world. I recently learned that this friend is trying to use owner occupation laws of his apartment place to evict current tenants so he can live there and then increase the rent for the whole building. He's trying to bypass current eviction laws, like with COVID and stuff, and he's not able to, which has made him frustrated. Look, I'm not against the business. I know it can be a decent way to get some side money, but even if you're doing things ethically, but to evict tenants during a pandemic, honestly, it enrages me. And my boyfriend understands this was a shitty thing to do, but he's still friends with that person.
Yeah.
How do you gently tell your boyfriend that you dislike his friends and don't want to be around them? And is it fair to assert that someone who acts in this way isn't the best company to keep?
Ooh.
You're the business guy.
You're such an ass.
Business guy. Business guy.
Yeah, business guy. That's Matt
business
Drumm.
guy.
Matt Drumm's a business guy.
First of all, that's fucked. Like I don't agree with that at all.
That you're the business guy?
No. That like
the house. The house.
What his friend is doing or whatever.
Yeah, no, that is messed up. I agree.
And especially if you have to find a way to go around a law to get what you want. Like I think there's a time and place for bending certain rules if it's for the greater good, but I don't think there's any good outcome for anybody other than himself in this situation. And as far as like, how do you tell your boyfriend that you dislike his friend? Like, you should be able to express how you feel about any individual in your significant other's life. Now, if you irrationally don't like all of his friends, that's probably an issue. But if it's just like one or a select few and you have your reasons, then that's a conversation for you guys to have. And whether that means that you don't go around when those people come around, or he starts to distance himself, or maybe he has a reason and like you guys just view things differently, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's a very important conversation to have.
I have one pretty simple take on this. She should state her feelings towards this dude with her boyfriend and stuff, but at the same time, don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not affecting her in any way. As long as her boyfriend doesn't get involved, it shouldn't affect her.
But I think it's more of the thing of like she's seeing something unethical happen, and her boyfriend is spending time with somebody who's willingly doing those things.
It's kind of like that idea of you are the company you keep.
I don't think that's necessarily right. I feel like he knows that that's not a great thing to do, but like if he's not getting involved with it and he's not in the situation and actively helping this guy with what's happening, so it's not illegal on his part, like, but he still wants to be the guy's friend, like, yeah, like, you know, maybe tell your dude to like, hey, you know, maybe you can let him know that's maybe not the best thing to do. Maybe tell him to give the people a little more time, yada yada, go through it that way. But to just drop somebody because they're trying to do what they think is right business wise.
Okay, but like put this in a different scenario. Like, say you were friends with somebody who was doing something that you felt was wrong, and you expressed how you felt, but they continued to do it. Like, would you still want to spend time with them? Like, you get what I'm saying? Where it's like it was something that you just like deeply felt like that's fucked up. Like, you're in a position where you can afford to like have your
play
own
around
place
people's lives.
and
I
do
get
all
it.
that. But like you're literally affecting like who lives in apartments. You know what I mean? Like it's families. It's people that like don't make enough money to own a house a lot of the time. It's like these people that are falling on hard times. So during a pandemic, they probably lost their job, and then you're gonna kick them out so you can live there. Like and I feel like if even regardless of this situation, like if you had a friend that was doing something that you just strongly felt was just like wrong, and they had the means to not do that. Yeah. Would you still want to interact with them? Would you still want to be their friend? Like,
I feel like the only thing I would do is one, like express like what I think about that issue, do what I can. But at the end of the day, that person's going to make the decision. Now, there's a moment where, you can step back. I think the most I think that she should request is like we just kind of back off a little bit of those people. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes when they're close-knit friends. But at the same time, like, if they're not going to listen to you, like, come on. Like, there's times where it's just enough is enough and you just have to back out. So I do agree, but at the same time, like, this guy's going to do what he wants. And if it's not, like, hurting her shit, it's not, like...
But I don't think her question is, like, how do I get my boyfriend to stop seeing him? It's like, how do I express that I'm not okay with what's going on and maybe we should, like, spend less time with him? I think she says it exactly like I just said. That makes way more sense. Like, I feel like she should just, like, tell him, like, these are the reasons that I think the things that he's doing are wrong. Yeah. These are the type of people that tend to get associated with these type of things. I don't want that person to be around all the time. I understand he's your friend. He's been your friend since, you guys were in high school. Like, so maybe we just spend less time with them. I can only handle so much.
Like if it's that effective on the friendship, then yeah, definitely. But if he doesn't really bring it up, then I don't know. I don't think the guy would necessarily see it like that.
Yeah, I think you guys just have slightly differing views on this. You hit in most of the main points together, but
I just wonder. I wonder if the boyfriend sees that as such a big deal as much as the girlfriend sees it. Because I'm sure the boyfriend is maybe like, yeah, he brought it up. Like, this happened. Yeah, I told him it was a bad idea. And then maybe that was it. That was literally the whole conversation. Which, for some dudes, normally it is. It's like, yeah, doing that, I don't think that's right, bro. Like, you should probably fix that shit. Okay. That's it. That's the whole conversation. He's not looking to see if he's going to fix it. He just told him, yeah, that's not right. But I think she's expecting him to go into detail about this whole thing. And sometimes dudes just aren't like that. Dudes don't go into detail. So he probably doesn't know a lot of that shit that's going on. I think she's expecting more than what she's getting.
I agree with that, actually.
All right. So this next one is a man who is in love with a prostitute and wants out, but doesn't know how.
Dude, stop paying her.
At first, it was great. At first, it was great. Pay money in exchange for an hour of sex and massage. Kept switching ladies every now and then. 2 months in, I met this prostitute who was really pretty and had an amazing personality. She was genuine and treated me really well. Sex was great, and I really started to like her. We then went out to eat a couple of times without paying her for her time. Oh. And I started sensing she really liked me and not for my money. So much that when I didn't have any money to meet her for my weekly visit, she would pay me from her own money just so she could spend the time with me. Things developed, and she asked me if I liked to be her boyfriend, and me, being the idiot I am, agreed. Oh, yeah. I thought it'd be a short relationship, and I just wanted to have fun and not have to pay for sex. 9 months later, and we're still together. She's thinking about settling down with me and starting a family once I have a job to financially support her. She always said she didn't like this job, but she does it to support her family. Problem being that being with her now is hard. I'm always jealous, and it's causing problems to her job. And I don't know if I want to marry a woman who slept with over 1,000 men. I don't know what to do. She loves me too much to the point that she's actually suicidal when I bring up the idea of ending our relationship. And me, being the idiot I am, told her many times I'm open to marriage. I'm stuck. This took a couple twists and turns.
Hey,
this is a tricky situation.
Okay, I'm assuming this is a throwaway name, but Ronaldo, you got yourself in quite the predicament, big guy.
Yeah, predicament. Dude, what do you even think? What do you think about this?
What do you think about him first? Okay. I feel like you start off thinking one way, and then like there's a bunch of different things that come into this.
Falling in love with a prostitute.
That could change your idea of who this person is.
I think it's fucked that he got in a relationship without like just for the reason of like I can want to save some money, but I still want to have sex. Like, just if you want sex, be like go to a bar and like hit on people and have an actual like connection with somebody and let it lead to that naturally, rather than this like rather than this like transactional relationship with somebody that I feel like sometimes can make the lines of like sex kind of blurred, you know, sex and business can be blurred. Yeah. And also I feel like there's a saying where it's like bartenders like don't cross the bar, like don't date your regulars, don't date the people that come to your bar. I feel like it's the same thing where it's like don't date you like you're the person you're paying for sex, you know, like don't take them out for dates unless it's transactional, you know. It should be, and it sounds like he was doing that at the beginning where it's like, yeah, I had multiple different people just so I didn't gain emotional attachments and stuff like that. I kind of think he's in the wrong. Like, I don't think she's doing anything wrong. Like, he knew what her job was before they started dating. He knew exactly what he was getting himself into. And then to do it for the reason of like, I thought it'd be great, have some fun and not pay for sex. Like,
he also makes it seem like she's the one making all these decisions in a weird way. Like she was thinking about settling down with me. And it feels like she was looking for somebody, and like I feel like they both found it unexpectedly, you know. But at the same time, he is with her for 9 months while she's still a prostitute.
Yeah.
Like yeah, bro, you're gonna be jealous as fuck.
And,
like,
yeah, and then on top of that, he says, I don't know if I don't want to marry a woman who slept with over 1,000 men. Like, what did you think when you started dating? Like, was every date gonna subtract somebody? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he didn't have situational awareness for this situation.
He also was switching ladies every now and then between when he was using a prostitute.
He thought with his head and not his actual head.
Yeah,
you know, it was.
I think this, like, I know that like she gets suicidal and when they bring up the idea of ending the relationship, but I feel like this is like
she thinks that he's her way out, in a sense.
Yeah, but like she deserves better than this guy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, she doesn't deserve that. You know, she doesn't deserve to be led on to have be able to have dreams of a future. And
I just don't know. Like, this guy doesn't give me the vibe that he loves her.
No,
none of this gives me the vibe that
he calls himself an idiot twice for getting into this situation.
I thought it'd be a short relationship, and I wanted to have fun and not have to pay for sex. Like
9 months later, we're still.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I think this guy's definitely in the wrong. This guy's fucked up for many reasons.
Like this woman deserves so much better than this. Like he should absolutely end the relationship. And you know,
unfortunately, like
the suicidal part is the thing that kind of clouds things, because like when he says that she's actually suicidal, there's no detail, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know if she's crying and threatening and stuff like that, or if she's like legitimately like trying to commit suicide because of it. You know,
that's rough, man.
Yeah, I actually don't want to give my on what he should do on this one.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's not.
I don't know, and the fact that there might be like suicide attached to this, I don't even want to. I don't want to do that.
But you do think he's in the wrong?
1,000%. Yeah.
You can leave it at that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
All right, here's one that's not. This one is much more resolvable. My best friend and I got into a heated argument because he told me a secret about our third friend, and I teased him that I was going to tell our friend about what he said.
That's some shit you would do.
He does that now.
He got pissed. He got pissed and started yelling at me and wouldn't let me talk. So I got upset with him and then hung up on him. He didn't let me finish my sentence that I was just kidding about telling our third friend.
Wait, so did the male hang up on her, or did...
There's no genders revealed.
So 1 and 2.
My male best friend said he regrets knowing me.
1 and 2 are hanging out.
Doesn't it sound like a girl would say that?
There's nothing.
1 and 2 are talking. 1 tells 2 a secret about 3. And 2 says, ooh, I'm going to tell number 3 what you said, 1. And then 1 gets pissed off and they start yelling at each other. and then 1 hangs up, and 2 is saying, I was going to say that I was kidding. I wasn't actually going to tell 3.
It's probably super sensitive.
1 called the next day because he really wanted to clear the air. I, 2, was still upset with him and told him that I was so pissed with him because he didn't let me finish my sentence. And before I could tell him it was a joke, he burst out saying how he regrets knowing me and how he regrets telling me anything to begin with. I was upset, so I just hung up and haven't called him since. What do you think I should do?
Just call your friend and apologize. Like,
just have a conversation.
yeah,
What
like
the fuck's the
just
problem?
tell him you were upset because you wanted a joke. I don't think
Well, every time they talk in person, they just get angry and start yelling at each other.
Maybe they just shouldn't be friends.
No, I don't think that's it. I think one of them is gonna have to have like control to be able to say what they need to say without getting mad. That's really what it is. Somebody needs to be the bigger person in this situation and like apologize, because like the other guy apologized for hanging up, right? He wanted to clear the air, but then all of a sudden that's the number 2 is still upset with him. And
so that's like when Dalton pisses you off, and then you get super mad, so you leave, and then the next morning Dalton comes in and he's like getting ready. He's like, "Hey Matt, like, yesterday," and then
Never
you would
happens.
be like, "Dalton, shut the fuck up. I'm still mad at you about it. I don't want to deal." And then Dalton gets pissed off again because you came in so hot against him.
that doesn't really happen.
It never happened.
No, we're quick to get over stuff, especially if it's stuff that like doesn't really matter. Like,
But these sound like high schoolers.
Oh, this sounds like middle
1000%,
schoolers, dude.
Yeah, no, just one of you has to understand that you have to stay calm in order to explain your position, and then once you both realize that the other person or whoever was gonna tell 3 was joking.
I regret knowing you.
Yeah,
Fuck off. Who cares?
this is dumb. Just control your emotions. It's important.
It's dumb for you. You guys are old. You understand this kind of things.
No,
now.
it's just
They
fucking
I
don't.
wouldn't
common
have done this at that
sense.
age either.
I don't know.
Common sense. Just have a conversation.
All right, we'll go to our last one. Hey, I'm glad that my relationship with my ex ended, but we weren't a good match at all. But I would be lying if I said I won't miss his talents in the bedroom. How do you adjust to regular guys after being with a rock star like that?
Damn. Well, now we know she's gonna compare her ex to every fucking person that she's ever with next time.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
That's all I can think
What
of.
were you thinking?
Not about that. I didn't even think about the comparison issue. Yeah, I have no idea. I feel like toys would play a big role in this.
I think she's just one thing is like she's like a huge guy and a regular sized guy. You get mixed opinions on this a lot too with the regular and huge guys. Like some people say like regular sized penises are great. Some people say they like the biggest penises in the world, and that's the only thing that works for them. Every vagina is different, I guess, but it's just like every dick's different, you know. I think it's whatever floats her boat. But if she thinks she needs a huge guy to please herself, then that's on her.
Yeah, and then also like I think it's important to communicate with your current partner and whoever you're with. Like if you're not satisfied with your sex life, that needs to be an open conversation, and it's not always easy. Like that's not going to be an easy conversation to have. Egos are going to get hurt.
Yeah,
you know. But it's important, and I think that having that conversation shows that like you want it to work, and that, you know, if you value your sex life and the sex aspect of a relationship that much, that's a conversation to have. So that way there's compromises to be made, or whether like maybe this person just doesn't know what you like. Maybe this person is just like convinced that penetration is the only way to like please somebody, you know, because that individual's ex was that way, but you're different. Maybe you're, you know, more clitorally based or whatever the case is, right? Like that's a conversation to have. And like I feel like sex is its own language, and a lot of times when you're speaking two different languages, it's really hard to communicate. But if you can actually explain to each other what you want and what you're looking for, like there can be compromises to be made for everybody to have like a normal, healthy, enjoyable sex life, you know?
Yeah, get fucked.
How do you mean that?
Just get fucked. Have fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
Well, thank you, boys. We'll leave your room.
Thank
Dalton.
God. Get the fuck out.
Don, what are you squaring up with this week?
I'm squared up with the fucking shampoo in my eye today. I took a shower and I was washing my hair and I had my eyes closed and I knew there was soap in my eye, like on my eyeball, but I didn't realize how much soap. So I like wiped some of it away, and then I opened my eye and then it all just like went to my eyeball so fast, and I've never felt so much pain in my eye in my life. And I was screaming for like 15 minutes because I couldn't open my eye to get the soap out. So it was just consistently burning. And I had to like if you guys are trying to think what I'm doing, I'm like twitching with my eye back and forth.
Yep, spazzing out.
Yeah, there you go, Ernesto. So I keep like doing that. And then finally, like after 15, 20 minutes, it all washes out and I feel a lot better. But my eye's been like burning and there's like a slight film over my eye. I'm hoping it goes away after I go to sleep. But it still kind of hurts.
You should probably wash it out. With
I have.
water.
Dude, I wash it out a lot with soap.
Do you need Visine?
Yeah.
I have some. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I really don't have any drops.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Matt, what's your what's your square up?
Were you about to skip this one completely?
Matt, what the fuck you squaring up with, bitch?
I am squaring up with allergies.
I keep trying to drink this every time.
Yeah, actually, I almost did too.
Yeah.
I'm squaring up with allergies because being out in Joshua Tree, the climate was not different, but it was just very dry. Like the air was really dry. It was super hot. And then today out here, it was like raining.
You get thick boy boogers?
Yeah, dude.
I love desert boogers.
What?
Desert boogers.
Yeah, I'm squaring up with desert boogers.
Okay.
What the hell are those?
It's like, like you're in the desert, you're around all the dirt, and you just get massive logs in your nose. You like pick them out. Like they're so much fun to pick out, and they're like rock hard, and you can flick them at people, like cars and stuff.
No, never done that.
Sorry.
Pretty sure you've never done that either.
Yes, I have.
I really doubt it.
Did it all the time.
But yeah, like allergies just suck because I like feel not okay and I have to take meds and it's all a thing.
I feel not okay.
Cheese, what are you squaring up with this week, man?
I'm squaring up with apartment management.
Apartment management.
Yeah, so our apartment, I don't know. We have a stove, and it's one of those stove ovens where it's like both. I think most of them are like that.
And I think all stoves are
What do
like
you
that.
I think so.
Like
yeah.
you have flames up top, but you can bake on the inside.
Yeah, I think that's how they all are.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basic.
Yeah, it's all electric, but we can't use both at the same time.
Okay.
That's a
So
problem
we can't
for Rachel.
preheat like the oven and then bake something in there while we're using the burners.
That's weird.
Every time we've tried, we get about 2 or 3 minutes in, and then the power shuts off for the whole apartment.
No shit. The
Yeah,
whole apartment?
The whole apartment. Not for our unit. Remember, I had this problem
yes, yes,
before.
yes.
How much power are you getting to your building?
I don't know, but it's like consistent now. It's not like the same thing. It's like, and then we couldn't use like more than one burner at a time. Yesterday was just using the oven, and it did it to us. And every time we do it, I'm playing Sekiro, so my game is in danger of being corrupted.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's why you're actually mad.
This
at
is a problem.
No.
We really have to
I
settle
don't.
this now.
I don't think we should be living. I don't think we should have to deal with
1,000%
Place where
not.
Sekiro isn't
no.
getting saved.
with something in our apartment shutting
Shutting all the electricity
short
down.
circuiting the power.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of like sometimes when I turn on the fan in my room when the light's on, it turns off and turns back on.
Yeah.
And now I feel your pain. I can relate.
There you go.
Thank
Yeah.
you, David.
That sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Sorry to go through that. Matthew, ask me what my woe dude is.
Don, what's your woe dude of the week?
I don't have one. Matt, what's your woe dude?
Why the hell would
So
you
you could get her out of the way.
Yeah.
My woe dude of the week. My woe dude of the week was that last Thursday, one of those days, I was driving home and all of a sudden all these undercover cop cars flipped their sirens on and were driving by me.
Nice.
There was like 20 of them.
Yes.
Like that's not an exaggeration. There was 20 undercover cop cars.
I think you said this last week.
Did I? Okay. Well, it was just crazy because like
I found out one of my kids was actually there at the. He watched the car crash into the.
oh no shit.
Yeah. Semi.
Yeah. So I guess it was a murder suspect that was running from the cops and ran all the way from Temecula up to Pomona, and so I just happened to be there. So it was just wild. That's still crazy to me, but
Double woe, dude.
double woe dude. What about you, Cheese? What's your woe dude of the week?
That they're making a live action Powerpuff Girls TV show.
Why?
Oh, I
stop.
saw
No.
that. I saw that.
Like it's a woe, dude, and it's also like, oh, come
it's like
on.
it's a woe dude, but it's also like a why dude.
Why, dude?
Why, dude?
It's a why,
It's like a
dude.
why.
Yeah, like Like, leave things alone.
Leave it. Let it be.
Leave things alone.
It's supposed to be them dealing. It's them as adults dealing with being the superhero children.
I feel like that. What's the Amazon show? What's the Amazon show with the superheroes?
The
Teen
boys.
Titans.
The Boys. I feel like that is created this whole thing about superheroes,
Like
that
anti-hero superheroes.
Yeah. Like, stop. Just leave the Powerpuff Girls alone.
I would love to see an animated film on Crash Bandicoot.
That'd be great.
That'd be fun.
No, it would not.
It would just
be boring.
It would just be fun to watch.
They would literally just be spinning and crashing boxes and jumping.
What's not fun about
You
that?
tell me you never watched Crash Bandicoot speedrun?
Come on.
I haven't actually.
It's live.
Do they have those?
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot 2 speedrun is
100%.
wild.
That's a speedrun
I didn't know
game.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Is that what gets you stoked, Dalton?
No, what gets me stoked is that Age of Empires 4 got a full gameplay release, and they're gonna talk about like the Ottomans coming to this different thing, and they have like different ages.
Is that why you watched the documentary?
No.
Oh, okay.
I watched it because I saw that it was like live action, and I haven't really watched any TV in a very long time, so I was like, I want to watch.
Well, you're done with school this week.
Yeah, so I wanted to watch something. So, but yeah, I'm really excited for Age of Empires 4. That's one of my favorite games. Favorite games. Age of Empires 3 growing up.
We played a lot of that.
Yeah, I felt bad because my dad was always into it. And then I was like, oh, Dad, can I try? And I tried and I couldn't. I was so addicted. I would literally hear the video game music while I went to sleep, and the music wasn't playing. I would just have it in my ears so long for hours and hours and hours that when I would go to bed, I would hear it. I literally thought I was hearing the music. It was insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I fucking love that game. And that's actually what was like really started my like whole imagination thing. You know, a lot of people don't actually see things in their head, like the 3D animations in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking of a bowl right now.
Nice.
Matt, what gets you stoked? I was waiting for him and waiting.
What got me stoked this week was my cousin and I are like, we've always toyed around with this idea of starting like an SEO company because like we both do that separately. And so this last week he like called me and he's like, Matt, I might have a potential client. And so it looks like things might be moving in the right direction with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
That's
super pumped on
awesome.
that.
Making moves.
Yeah, so super proud of Caleb. He's been killing it.
Shouty
so.
Touty, C-Dog,
Yeah,
C Money, Bubba,
Yeah, so
killing the game.
It's cool to see that, and then it's cool just to like have that relationship with your family member. You know what I mean? Where you both like get along with the same thing, and it's like we've had some pretty not intense. Will you stop? We've had some like pretty good like adult conversations that like weren't necessarily easy to have, just about like how the work's gonna be divvied up, and like he's asked me some pretty like very mature questions. So it's cool to see your cousin in that light, where it's like, okay, like you're good, like you know what you're doing, like you're not naive, and nobody's gonna like rob you blind. Like
he's smart.
You know the questions to ask. You know,
smart kid.
You got a name for it yet?
Nah,
Caleb.
No, not yet. Yeah, Colobo.
No, it's for the company.
Yeah, organic growth SEO. So
Organic growth SEO. Shout out.
yeah, so go ahead and shouty touty to that. Look it up. There's a website and everything.
All right.
But David, what got you stoked this week?
Oh, I just had it. A chair.
A chair? Just a
Yes.
singular chair?
Yep. Over the Easter weekend, I went to my cousin's house and I sat in this chair, and it was the greatest chair I'd ever sat in. And it has like ribs on it on the back that like contour to a spine. It's like these like pushing ribs. And,
Is it like a gaming chair or like a
No, it's just a normal
like
desk chair, task chair.
at the
Yeah.
dinner table?
No, like an office chair.
Oh, okay.
And it's got mesh back. And I bought one for our office. And then I went to work where the chair I had ordered was giving me problems. Returned that one and was like, nope, get me this one. So now I've got.
Oh, so you literally have it at work?
Yeah,
Nice.
I have it at work and I have it at the apartment now.
Send me the link because I need a new chair.
It's great.
Oh my gosh, David just like aged
Simping for chairs.
significantly.
Do you think I have a Twitch, Dalton?
Oh, I thought that was going to get you stoked
should
this
your
week.
Twitch.
Do it double stoked.
Do double
Otherwise,
stoked.
I'm gonna talk
Because we
about it.
started our Twitch channel and we
And
got 18
David and
followers.
Rachel-
Selfless plug. What is it?
They did a great job. Give it another shouty touty.
We didn't have in-game audio or.
It's fine. It was
They're-
still great.
we're
And
figuring
they're
it
figuring
out.
things
You're
out, but it's
fine.
fucking fun, dude.
Do you remember the
Everyone go
first
check it
couple
out.
weeks of this shit
You've
show?
never played that. I got told that we didn't.
I thought you were telling me. I'm like, I've never played one.
You've never. I was like, what have you not played?
Clearly. Oh, hold on. Can I? Oh, I'm gonna pull it up. Don't.
I got told we didn't advertise it enough before our first stream.
Who told
but
you?
But Don
that?
was there.
I was there. I checked it out. I had a great time.
Wait. Who told you you didn't advertise?
A couple different people.
Okay, I'll find out after this.
I don't think I told you that.
Don, you want to close this out this time?
No,
yeah.
wait.
All right, guys.
Oh my.
Thanks
God.
for
keep going.
in.
No, keep looking for it.
Hey, folks. Thanks for tuning in this week. As again, we are Drumm and Drummer. So, as you guys would like, check us out at Drumm Podcast on Instagram and on
TikTok.
And on TikTok. We're pretty big on TikTok, so I'm sure you guys already heard of us. And if you guys are enjoying this, please leave a like and subscribe and put a notification bell down on this side over here. And
you got it pulled up, Matt?
And I hope you guys really enjoyed what we have brought to you this evening. Remember, stay happy, stay healthy, and fucking watch David's Twitch.
I just wanted to read the About Us, but I don't appreciate you guys just hurrying up and trying to end this thing. So the About Us for their Twitch, you've never played that. It says, About Us. Twitch doesn't allow punctuation in your name, but I promise you, we're not accusing you. Our proper name is You've Never Played That? We're two gamers who have way too many games to play and not played nearly enough classics. So join us as we play through them all. Rachel's expertise, Nintendo, adventure, and RPG games. David's expertise, PlayStation, story-based games. We're lazy completionists, so be ready to look in every nook and cranny for treasures and clues, even if we don't 100% the game.
I love that. You guys are so honest.
Yeah, I love that. Although I have a problem with Rachel's expertise. I think Animal Crossing needs to be specifically named. But, I'll take that up with her.
Her
But
hatred towards ugly animals.
go check them out at twitch.tv/you've never played that and enjoy.
Close us out.
All right, if you made it this far into the podcast, thank you so much for your time. We really, really do appreciate it. Go ahead and follow us on all the social media platforms at Drumm Podcast. And if you're on the YouTube channel and you watched us, thank you so much. Click the subscribe button down below and the bell notification icon in the corner. And as always, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Until next week, I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
You guys stay safe. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Dude, look at this hole. Look at this hole.
Hey.
Big ass.
We should do the...